Did you know that some of the foods you eat every day might be silently stealing the strength from your bones? After 65, your bones need extra protection, but a few common foods could be making things worse without you even realizing it. Let's uncover the hidden dangers starting right now. 1. Soda and soft drinks. Now, let's start with something almost everyone loves: soda. On a hot afternoon or during a casual meal, grabbing a cold soda feels like second nature. It's sweet, it's fizzy, it's comforting, but here's the hard truth: soda is one of the worst enemies for your bones, especially after 65. Why? Because most sodas are packed with phosphoric acid, a substance that messes with your body's ability to absorb calcium, the very mineral your bones desperately need to stay strong. Imagine your bones like a beautiful old tree. Over time, without enough calcium, that tree starts to hollow out inside. It might still stand for a while, but it becomes fragile, weak. And eventually, it can break, and it's not just regular sodas. Even the diet and zero-sugar options carry the same hidden risk because of the acid content. You may not feel the effects today or tomorrow, but months and years of daily sodas slowly chip away at your bone health. And trust me, when bones weaken, life becomes a lot more complicated. Even small slips and trips can lead to serious injuries. So, what's the better choice? Try swapping soda for sparkling water with fresh lemon, or a light, naturally flavored herbal tea. Your bones will thank you, and honestly, after just a few weeks, you might find you don't even miss soda anymore. Stick with me, because next, we're going to talk about another sneaky threat to your bones, and it's probably sitting right now in your pantry without you realizing it. 2. Salty foods. Alright, moving on to something almost everyone has in their kitchen right now: salt. Yes, that simple white shaker sitting on your dining table could be slowly harming your bones. Now, don't get me wrong, our bodies do need some salt to function properly. It helps with nerve signals and fluid balance, but the problem is, most of us are getting way too much salt without even realizing it. It's hiding everywhere: in canned soups, in processed meats like bacon and ham, in breads, in cheeses, even in breakfast cereals. Here's why too much salt is dangerous. When you consume a lot of sodium, your body starts to lose calcium through your urine. Think of it like a slow leak in a boat, a little water trickling out every day. You may not notice it immediately, but over time, that leak can sink the whole ship, and as we get older, our kidneys aren't quite as sharp at balancing all that sodium. That means even more calcium loss, even faster bone weakening. You might be thinking, but I don't even use that much salt. The truth is, it's not just about what you sprinkle on your food. It's the hidden salt inside packaged, frozen, and restaurant foods that really adds up. So what can you do? Start reading labels. Look for low sodium or no salt added versions when shopping. Cook at home more often, where you control exactly how much salt goes in it. Flavor your meals with herbs, garlic, pepper, lemon, or vinegar instead of relying on salt. Your taste buds will adjust faster than you think, and your bones will quietly, steadily get stronger. And next, I want to reveal a very popular daily habit that might be secretly draining your bones. Even though it feels so comforting first thing in the morning, you won't want to miss this one. 3. Caffeine overload. Now, let's talk about something many of us love: that comforting, steaming cup of coffee in the morning. I get it. Coffee feels like a little ritual. It wakes you up, it warms your hands, and it gives you that cozy feeling of starting a brand new day. But here's the truth we often don't hear: too much caffeine can silently weaken your bones over time. Studies have shown that high caffeine intake can interfere with calcium absorption. In fact, for every cup of coffee you drink, you may lose a small amount of calcium, and over months and years, that loss adds up. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up coffee altogether. Life is about balance, not punishment. But if you're drinking more than 2 or 3 cups a day, or reaching for extra strong brews, you might be setting yourself up for bone problems down the road. Here's what I suggest: limit yourself to 1 or 2 moderate cups a day. If you love that cozy, warm feeling, try alternating with herbal teas. They're gentle on your bones and still give you that comforting ritual. And always make sure you're getting enough calcium and vitamin D in your diet to support your bones if you do enjoy coffee. Remember, it's not about taking away all the things you enjoy, it's about small, wise adjustments that can add years of strength and mobility to your life. And speaking of everyday habits, There's another common food, especially popular at breakfast, that might be silently robbing your bones of strength. It's not coffee, and it's not sugar. It's something many people think is healthy, but for older adults, it can be a hidden danger. Stay with me, because this next one might surprise you even more. For red meat focus, now, let's dive into another food that many people enjoy: red meat. A good steak, a juicy burger, they're part of so many wonderful meals and memories. But after 65, eating too much red meat can quietly start to hurt your bones. Here's why: red meat is very high in protein, and while our bodies do need protein, eating too much, especially from red meat, can increase the acid load in your body. To neutralize this acid, your body pulls calcium from your bones. Yes, you heard that right, your bones end up sacrificing their strength just to keep your body chemistry balanced. And there's more: many processed red meats like sausages, bacon, and deli meats are also loaded with sodium and preservatives, which, as we just talked about, can further increase calcium loss. Now, does this mean you have to give up red meat forever? Absolutely not. Life is meant to be enjoyed. The key is moderation and smart choices. Choose lean cuts like sirloin or tenderloin, limit red meat to just a few times a week, balance your meals with lots of leafy greens, colorful vegetables, and calcium-rich foods. Another great tip: consider adding more plant-based proteins into your diet, like beans, lentils, or tofu. They are much gentler on your bones and still provide the protein your body needs. Remember, we're not aiming for perfection, just small, steady improvements that will make a big difference over time. And guess what? There's still another hidden bone-weakening food that most seniors consume without even thinking twice, and it's often advertised as healthy. Let's keep going, you'll definitely want to hear about this next one. 5. Sugary treats. Alright, now let's talk about another sneaky food that can quietly damage your bones: refined carbs. I'm talking about white bread, pastries, sugary breakfast cereals, and even white rice. They're soft, tasty, and often bring a sense of comfort, especially at breakfast or during snack time. But here's the problem: refined carbs have been stripped of most of their fiber, vitamins, and minerals during processing. What's left behind is a food that causes sharp spikes in your blood sugar, and when your blood sugar goes up and down too often, it leads to inflammation inside your body, including inside your bones. Over time, chronic inflammation can quietly weaken your bones, making them more fragile and prone to fractures. And there's something even more surprising: because refined carbs are so low in nutrients, they don't provide the building blocks your bones need to stay strong. In a way, eating a diet heavy in refined carbs is like trying to build a house out of sand. It simply can't hold up over time. Now, I'm not saying you can never enjoy a sandwich or a treat. It's about making smarter swaps most of the time. Choose whole grain breads instead of white bread. Pick brown rice or quinoa over white rice. Enjoy oatmeal instead of sugary cereals. Just make sure it's the plain, unsweetened kind. Making these small changes doesn't mean giving up delicious food. It means giving your body the solid foundation it needs to keep you active, mobile, and vibrant for many more years. And coming up next, we'll uncover a very common beverage that millions of people drink daily, not realizing how it can silently rob calcium from their bones. You might even have it sitting in your fridge right now. Stay with me, because knowledge is power when it comes to protecting your health. 6. Alcohol. Now, let's talk about a beverage that's a big part of social life for many people: alcohol. Whether it's a glass of wine with dinner, a cold beer at a barbecue, or a cocktail at a party, alcohol can feel like a simple pleasure in life. But here's something important to know: drinking too much alcohol can seriously harm your bones, especially as you get older. Here's why. Alcohol interferes with the way your body absorbs calcium and vitamin D, two of the most critical nutrients for strong bones. It also damages the cells responsible for building new bone tissue. Imagine trying to repair a broken fence, but every time you try to fix it, someone keeps kicking it down again. That's what alcohol does inside your body. And it doesn't take a huge amount. Even moderate drinking, more than 1 drink a day for women or 2 drinks a day for men, has been linked to lower bone density. Over time, this can lead to osteoporosis, a condition where bones become thin, brittle, and extremely easy to break. And for seniors, a broken hip or spine can be life-changing, leading to loss of independence, long recovery times, and even serious health complications. Now, I'm not here to say you should never enjoy a glass of wine again. If you choose to drink, moderation is key. Limit yourself to a glass here and there, not every day. always pair alcohol with calcium-rich foods to help counteract some of the effects. And make sure you're getting enough vitamin D either through sunshine or supplements. Protecting your bones is about small, wise decisions that add up over time. And speaking of small decisions, up next, we're going to reveal a surprising snack that many seniors think is healthy, but it might actually be weakening their bones day by day. Don't miss it. 7. Processed foods. Alright, let's move on to a snack that often wears a healthy label, but might actually be harming your bones more than helping them. Flavored yogurts. Now, don't get me wrong, plain yogurt can be a fantastic source of calcium and protein, both of which are essential for strong bones, but many of the popular yogurts you find in grocery stores, the ones with fruit on the bottom, or the ones labeled as low-fat or fun flavors, are loaded with added sugars. Here's the problem: excess sugar in your diet causes inflammation throughout your body, including in your bones, and chronic inflammation can slow down your body's ability to rebuild and repair bone tissue. Some flavored yogurts pack as much sugar as a candy bar. It's almost like having dessert for breakfast, but thinking you made a healthy choice. And when you combine the effects of high sugar with low nutrient absorption, it becomes a hidden recipe for weakened bones over time. So, what's the better choice? Choose plain, unsweetened yogurt. You can add your own fresh fruit if you want a touch of sweetness. Greek yogurt is an excellent option because it's higher in protein, which supports bone health. Always check the nutrition label. Aim for yogurts with less than 8 grams of sugar per serving if possible. A simple swap like this can make a huge difference over the months and years ahead. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about making better choices most of the time. And in just a moment, I'll share one final surprising food that could be quietly leaching strength from your bones, a food that almost every household has in their pantry. Trust me, this last one will really open your eyes. 8. Certain vegetables. And now, here's the last surprising food that could be quietly leaching strength from your bones, and it's something you probably have in your pantry right now. Soft drinks, or sodas. Yes, I'm talking about those sugary, fizzy drinks we all love to grab on a hot day, or as a quick pick-me-up during a busy afternoon. But here's the thing, sodas are some of the worst offenders when it comes to weakening your bones. And it's not just because of the sugar content. Many sodas contain phosphoric acid, a compound that can interfere with your body's ability to absorb calcium, and remember, calcium is the most important nutrient for bone health. Without enough calcium, your bones become weak, fragile, and prone to breaking. It's even worse with diet sodas or those labeled as sugar-free. While they might not have sugar, they often still contain acids and artificial sweeteners that can harm your bone density over time. So, whether you're drinking regular or diet soda, your bones are taking a hit. The occasional soda here and there won't completely destroy your bone health, but consuming them regularly is definitely a risk factor as you get older. So, what's the better option? Drink sparkling water with a slice of lemon or lime for that refreshing, fizzy feeling. Try homemade iced tea, unsweetened, or infused water with fresh fruits or herbs. If you must have a soda, make it a rare treat, not an everyday habit. Small changes like this can make a world of difference to your bones, your overall health, and your energy levels. So, there you have it, 8 common foods and habits that could be silently weakening your bones. The good news is, it's never too late to make small changes that will have a big impact on your health, your bones, and your life overall. You don't have to make drastic changes overnight. Start small, cut back on the processed foods, reduce your soda intake, and choose bone-healthy alternatives like leafy greens, whole grains, and plant-based proteins. The secret to healthy aging is taking action today. It's about making the right choices, not for just this moment, but for the years to come. So, whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, you have the power to protect your bones. Stay strong, and live a vibrant, healthy life. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Each healthy choice you make today is an investment in a stronger tomorrow. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family. Together, we can create a healthier, stronger future for ourselves and for those we love. Stay strong, stay healthy, and remember, it's never too late to make positive changes.